Bladestrangers is a classic 2D fighting game that recruits some of the biggest names from the indie scene to include Shovel Knight, The Binding of Isaac, Cave Story, Gunvolt, and more. Bladestrangers is an interesting fighter on a mechanics level thanks to its adherence to simplified inputs for all attacks. No half circle motions, no down back forwards, every input is simply one of the 4 attack buttons plus one directional input to modify which moves will play out. This makes the focus on the fighting less about complicated memorization and more about relying on your spacing skills and timing. This game's special meter has a variety of uses from screen obliterating super attacks to enhanced versions of your standard abilities by inputting 2 attack buttons instead of 1, and lastly as an offensive forward dash or a defensive escape tool. Also in place is a minor comeback mechanic called Heat Up. Once you've been pummeled on enough, you can then activate Heat Up mode, which puts you into a powered up state. This allows you to attack through that first hit of enemy combos, giving you that one chance to super armor your way through the attack and start a combo all your own. While never being a big fan of comeback mechanics, this one is not overpowering and only gives the smallest advantage to the losing fighter. The overall roster is solid, no 2 characters feel like clones of each other. Also, the indie fighters represent their corresponding origins quite well. They bring along with them a moveset that honors their style from the games they hail from. Shovel Knight can dig up gems and pogo on enemies, while Isaac can shoot tears, chuck bombs, and summon familiars. With the focus on easy inputs for special attacks, this made it never daunting to jump into a match with a brand new character, and within minutes it's effortless to grasp their playstyle. The overall modes available here in Bladestrangers are incredibly bare bones, sadly. It includes a story mode that is just standard versus matches with a few minutes of dialogue thrown into the mix, a mission mode which is simply just a few instances of each character performing various combos, and an arcade mode that again is just strung along versus matches minus the dialogue from story mode. These single player offerings felt trivial in an attempt to appeal to a wider audience, but offered little to no satisfaction upon completion. So yes, this is not the game for people looking for a fun single player experience. The fighting mechanics here are fun and enjoyable to an extent, but unless you're planning to brave online play or have a local group of fighting game friends, this is going to leave you wishing for more, or at least having paid half the price. With Bladestrangers lacking some of the complexity of what the hardcore fighting community latches onto, lacking the robust single-player content that the casual crowd gravitates to, and a price tag just out of the range of casual pickup, Bladestrangers is a decent, albeit simplistic fighting game that really doesn't know where to exist in all this. If you like this style of review, consider subscribing and checking out my Patreon that helps support this channel just like your view right now. This has been Deadite from Boomstick Gaming, and thanks for watching.